exists to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newnan.
You hear music, do the lyrics speak to you on a deeper level? I'm Bruce Thornton. Join me and Donna Wood every Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, for our show, Lyrical Wisdom. Every week, we will dive into the lyrics of songs and uncover hidden messages that we hope will leave you feeling inspired and enlightened. We know that our ideas may not always line up with yours, so this show will be an open discussion. Email us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of The Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
This is the Make a Difference Minute
from the Mark White Show.
Marmac Real Estate has 8 offices throughout the state of Alabama. That includes Decatur, Hartselle, Coleman, Florence, Killen, Muscle Shoals, Orange Beach, and Dauphin Island. There are more than 140 agents throughout Alabama. You can easily reach one of those agents by going to marmac.us and tell them the Mark White Show sent you. On this Make a Difference Minute, I have Brenda Gant of Cooking with Brenda Gant in Andalusia, Alabama.
I taught for 25 years, and I taught, well, the first place I ever taught was Crestmont Elementary School, and that is in Northport, Alabama. I was in my early 20s, and that was before.
Good morning, everybody.
The classroom size. I had 5 reading groups, if that tells you anything,
Wow.
Second graders. And back then, you taught them everything. If they got it, you had to give it to them. There was a group of guys in my church that said that, hey, we're going to pay you. We want you to do a cooking school thing or a little cooking demonstration or whatever for our wives. I said, look, y'all.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
I did not have time. But one day I was in
here
my
we go.
kitchen. I was cooking for my family for Sunday lunch.
Well, there's no methamphetamine, my friend, unless you're just like a teenager making a joke, you're fine. But if you're an adult, you're an uneducated idiot.
And I'm going to make biscuits.
Teenagers and young people are fine because they're normal. Old people acting like that need a mental evaluation. So. This is the best radio show you'll ever hear. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the end of the world's coming Monday with lies like so many people do. Welcome to a real radio show, not something your mom and daddy don't know, not sitting on the internet smoking dope and pretending like you're something. This is real radio. I don't do drugs, unlike everybody else that does drugs and say, hey, there's pink elephants in the corner. Now, if you're a kid, that's cool. If you're not, well, there's something wrong with you. Kids joke, and they're fine. It's time to kick off the most electrifying show of all times. I don't believe in wrestling. It's just something the show listens to. Are you a child? Are you believing in that's unbelievable? We'll get into it in just a few moments. We've got a wannabe on the Facebook page, YouTube page. Back in a moment. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, Ryan Neal, and I am the game. That is the truth, my friend. And to the most electrifying man of all time, that's me. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. So what? Listen to the RyanORadio Penitentiary. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Across the Earth Rock Radio, Arizona, New Mexico, the Navajo Nation. We are across 25 different radio stations, internet, and real radio there. Also, ladies and germs, we're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. The RyanORadio media page worldwide on 25 different apps and more, including iHeart, Amazon Prime, and more. We are across the Jordan Communication and Family radio stations, including right here at 99.1 FM, The Key in Noonan. And to my haters, I got one thing to say to you. Wow. I am the man around here, whether they like it or not. So if you're not down with that, you can go. What's up, a big WWE fan? Probably, there you go, Campbell. I see Campbell's the last name. Also, Austin Gooding says, why did Paul Walker cross the street? He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Oh. Welcome into the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share to the real deal there. Anyway, hopefully it's not a question that's going to, this is Real Radio 99.1 FM, WQEE in Atlanta. We are the home of news, inspirational talk, and Southern sports. You're inside the RyanORadio Penitentiary. Ask a question, I can answer. I'll try to. Well, it's WrestleMania weekend, and some of the fans are into it. No, I don't get caught by Chris Hansen, you piece of trash. You must be one of those people that got like that think that make fun of people and you have no life and you play with yourself. So you can have a nice day and get off of here. Okay. I'm not going to put up with ignorant people. All right. Other guy, it's wrestling stuff. Yeah. Some people like wrestling. You may or may not. It's just WrestleMania weekend for those people. No, I don't. You do. You must have. I have a wife and everything. I'm the one that goes against all this stuff. I'm the one that talks about all these children being molested. I'm the one with a real radio show that has people that come on and we talk about the real, what do you call it? Epstein's list. And some of y'all's heroes are on the Epstein's list. But you won't want to believe that because the end of the world's coming Monday, right? Sean P., are you uneducated too, buddy? You gonna be like the rest of them? No, you live in your mom's basement. Who you talking about? Meow Meow lives in his mom's basement. No, I have a job, dude. I have a real job. This is real radio. We're not in our mom's basement giving false advertisement on the YouTube to a bunch of uneducated people who are like, I got a participation certificate called a GED. Listeners out there on the radio, yes, we're getting some of those, what they call trolls this morning. What's up, my friend? Whatever you want to do, if that's your question, whatever you want to do, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Hello, how you doing? Meow Meow acts like he's been in his mom's basement with himself. We don't play music. This is a real radio show, but unfortunately we don't do music, my friend. But that is a funny question one of the other people asked. Yeah, real radio, unlike on the internet where everybody sits around and makes up imaginary conspiracy theories in their mom's basements or their own basements and go, I'm on the dark web. It's telling me the truth. There's going to be a war. I got to bet some of y'all think that next week's movie is a preview of the war. The Civil War's coming. Yep, we're going to be the ones running and crying. Not CB radio, Sean P. Real radio, unlike the people who got kicked off the radio that you probably support. All right. Do y'all support the fringe people? I'm not on meth, you piece of trash. Are you a kid? If you're a kid, I'll laugh at it. If you're a grown adult, you need to be put in a mental hospital. There you go. Yeah, let's see here. I got to get into real radio. I don't have time to deal with you. For you wrestling fans out there, it's WrestleMania weekend. So there you go. Nobody does that. You uneducated person. Sean P is uneducated. All right, let's get back to this. Our friend Gino Planet. How you doing this morning? I'm sorry about that, my friend. Some people in there want to act up and start acting a fool, and they're not adults. And kids don't even act like that, though. The problem with it is teenagers don't even act like that. That's the problem. It's usually these adults who's got their participation GED trophies that are sitting around going, the end of the world's coming, her. All right. Anyway, I know you're fasting for it because that's what Native Americans also, they're getting ready. Let me talk about that right quick. 20 minutes past the hour. We are holding at 43 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. All right, let's jump into it. Native Americans say that the reason that they are doing the things they're getting ready for the eclipse on Monday, it is the cleansing, of the world as they're getting ready to cleanse, and they're getting ready for a cleansing. So we're going to talk about that. Sweetleaf says we'll talk about that later. We'll tell you more. And they're dropping in the feed what it is. Why do you think John Cena at the Oscars was criminal? What did I think about that? Well, he shouldn't have. I know he had a short thing on, but he was looking like he was nude, and I think some people didn't really like that, my friend. I really do. So, but we're going to talk about the eclipse coming up in just a few moments. I had all kinds of things ready to go till I was knocked off by the devil. Trying to call somebody names when they're the ones that know they actually did it. And they were just afraid that my friend Gino Planet came in and he was going to ask real questions. He was educated. He's asking real questions. I got to make fun. He's younger than I am, and we're adults acting a fool. Nobody has a sense of humor. And those people think they're funny. Are you making fun of them, Ryan? Yes. Don't hurt their feelings. Don't hurt their feelings. I hope John Cena didn't sell out. Well, a lot of people do in Hollywood. You missed the show yesterday. I was talking about the dark side of kids' television, my friends. If you missed the show yesterday, go back and watch it. All right. According to the Navajo traditions, this is from a Navajo Nation listeners. I know you guys already know this, but everybody else. When the moon eclipses the sun undergoes a new rebirth. It is a sacred time where we sit and reflect, they say. That's a member of the Navajo Nation, and they will be doing that. Everybody's saying yes, yes. Sweetleaf saying yes. Sue, Tim, Bob, Rodney K, all the Navajo Nation, and that's what they're going to be doing on Monday. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Esther, is that Esther? I appreciate you being with us. All right, let's jump into it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. Our WrestleMania weekend is straight ahead. And with that being said and done, we got to jump into this. What part of WrestleMania weekend are you most excited about? WWE Hall of Fame tonight, 58% of you so far. WrestleMania Night 1, 8%. WrestleMania Night 2, 8%. Surprise debuts or returns, 23% of you are looking at that. So there you go. I am doing good, Esther, that you're on now. Thank you for being with us. And thank you guys for being wonderful people for being with us this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, 40 degrees on the outside now in Atlanta, metro Atlanta area. Top of temperature brought to you by Southern States Bank. Southern States Bank, banking made easy. That is right, banking made easy. Perfectly made easy. If you don't got banking, you don't know Southern States Bank in East Alabama, west of Georgia. That's right. In Auburn, Andalusia, Lineville, Roanoke, as well as all over the state of Alabama and Georgia, in Atlanta, Carrollton, and right here in Noonan. So there you go. Good morning, Pete. How you doing this morning? Oh, Lord. Apologize to my listeners out there. Had some freaks get on the page and want to start saying names because on the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share until we got a few good people like Esther on here, Gito on here, and Pete, and so many other great people that are joining us. They want to get on there and they want to act up. They want to call names. They want to make fun of people. They want to say, you're in the mom's basement. When I got radio station behind me, I'm in Atlanta in a real radio station, and they're mad because they have to sit in their mom's basement or their basement and record lies and tell you, the end of the world's coming Monday. And it's not. And if it is, they're in trouble. I'm going to talk about this right quick. It's cold out there right now. I'm going to talk about this right quick before we do the traffic. Nothing's happening Monday except for they're having you're going to have Whopper deals starting this today. You buy one, get one free. You can go and get that off the internet. There's a number, and you can go to bk.com. What's also going to happen is Krispy Kreme on Monday is going to have Krispy Kreme donuts with chocolate filling, and on top of that, chocolate ice, and on top of that, an Oreo cookie. That's what they're going to have. Monday, I know there's going to be so many false people out there, and you know why they're attacking me? Thank you, Esther. You know why they're doing that, Esther? You know why they're doing that? Because I'm not sitting here lying to you guys, trying to scare all you guys. See, the false media online want to scare all you guys. They want to make you guys hate one another, and I don't want to. Yes, obey Yahweh. That's right. I agree with you. Keep digging 7. You are right. You are completely right. But nobody will listen to any of you guys because, you're the crazy ones, right? Yahweh. Amen to the good Lord upstairs. Worry about it. Whatever it is. Don't worry about it. That's right. Yes, you are right. Thank you. And you're not scared because you believe in him and you got him in your heart. And yes, you are a messenger, but you got him in your heart and you're right. And if something happened or something don't happen, you're good, right? And the problem is, it's not just trolls. We love calling them trolls, Pete. I agree with you. But the thing about it is, they're trying to scare people and divide people. They're the ones that continue to get all these. I call them the clickbaiters, the fake conspiracy theorists, the people on the fringe, and they're mad. And let me tell you, they are attacking me. They're sending me messages and everything. And it's not just the people that are getting on the page and everything. I'm not talking about the ones you guys can see. They're emailing me and everything because they don't like it that people have stopped listening to their programs. They stopped listening to them lie, and that real people that believe in God, like Esther and keep digging 7 and Gito are really studying it and understanding it. And Pete and all of them understanding it. They're mad that there's more people like you out there than they are them. And they want to get the people that have the less education believing in their stuff. And no, it's not just politics. We just run all over politics on the politician side. They're good public speakers and they can get people mad at one another. But majority of the people that are falling for all this stuff are people that are falling for lies. And Monday's going to be what it's going to be, which is a solar eclipse. If it makes you change, it makes you read the Bible this weekend, it makes you go to God and this, that, and the other, and you're afraid, and it makes you change, I'm all for that. I'm not saying if there's anything going to happen. I'm just saying I'm all for that. Me, the listeners I have in here currently now that are not scared because they are real followers. And Sweetleaf's like, look, and Sweetleaf's, and I'm telling you, the Navajo Nation they're going to do a rebirth. There's going to be praying. They're going to be praying in their ways and everything. Sweetleaf says, you're right, Ryan. And these people, everybody I got together are not scared because they know what they're doing. Followers of God is most hated, for we know the truth. That is right. Enemy wants you to fear. That's right. Keep digging, 7. You are right. You are right. Of course, I had to block them on the YouTube page because I didn't want them continuing to say disrespectful remarks that some of my listeners probably wouldn't want to have seen on there. And then we got young ladies that come on here, and I don't want them seeing some of the words that are being said by them. So there you go. Oh, it's cancel culture. No, it's not cancel culture. Yes, ma'am, I am a follower of Christ. Yes, ma'am. If Esther is a ma'am, I think you are. All right, Killingworth Realty Road Report. Let's do that. That's right. Fear not. Thank you. I love this crew that's in this morning on the YouTube page. I honestly do, guys. Thank you. Worldwide, 50,000 plus of you worldwide listen, Shoutcast, and everywhere else as well. Let's take a look at what's going on. Traffic, Douglas County, a car fire, I-20, Liberty Road, exit 26. No big delays yet. Use the exit to Post Road instead. Also, ladies and gentlemen, all we've got to do in Metro Atlanta, Noonan, I-85 continues to go down there. Let's go into Noonan. Bullsboro looking good. Lower Fayetteville Road and Popular Road. Downtown and Jackson Street looking good as well. Pick it up a little bit, nothing major. Kids are out of school this week for spring break. It's their final week before they head back to school on Monday. Heading towards Interstate 85 southbound, Grantville and Hogansville looking good, as well as into LaGrange. Lower Fayetteville Road. No, I'll take it back. New Franklin Road, no issues, as well as Moody Bridge Road, no issues. Commerce Avenue picking up a tad bit into downtown LaGrange. Continue down I-85 southbound. Take a right off the West Point exit. There's rush going on there, but still can get off. Take a left. There's the Love's Restaurant. The Love's gas station, gas up, and get you a good Hardee's biscuit. Continue into Alabama. Exit 79 in Valley Lynette is shut down for the next several months. You're going to have to go on down to exit 77, I-85 there. And that's the old King Ford exit. You know where that's at. Get on off there for Valley Lynette. And further on down into Casita looking good, as well as Auburn, Opelika. No issues this morning. That's what's going on. Thank you. I appreciate that, Esther. All right, we're going to take a break here. 32 minutes past the hour. We got a few things we've got to talk about here as we get into the final hour. Will be WrestleMania moments and WrestleMania preview. We're going to talk WrestleMania in the final few periods this morning. It's the biggest thing going on this weekend next to USFL football, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what part of WrestleMania are you most excited about? WWE Hall of Fame tonight, 62% of the votes at 10 p.m. on Peacock. WrestleMania Night 1 tomorrow night. WrestleMania Night 2 are surprise debuts and returns. 8% for the Night 1, Night 2, and 23% are ready for those surprise. I have a couple of surprise and rumor ideas. I have them. I'll tell you for you the final. In some channels, they do bad things, so I'm glad to have found your channel. Thank you, Esther. Like, subscribe, and please share. All right, we're going to take a break. And this morning, we still have our daily devotion to come, brought to you by Noonan City Church. After the break, we're going to do some news. I will give you news. And there's only opinions when it comes to stuff like we talked about yesterday in the dark side of television, dark side of kids' TV and stuff. No opinions on the real news. I I'll let you read it for yourself and make your own decision. That's what a real radio show is all about, not telling a bunch of trolls that they're right. Back in a moment.
Time to look at your active weather forecast from the TGIF Friday edition. Brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Newton.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Esther. Where are you from, Esther, by the way? You've got a biblical name.
37 tonight, clear, cool. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Heading into your Saturday.
Gino, are you still with us, my friend?
67, winds northwest 5 to 10
Keep
miles
digging
per
7. I love him.
Cloudy skies coming up for your Saturday night. Yes, a low near 52. Light and variable winds. By Sunday, high near 77.
Gino, you would have been like, wow, what I said was right about some of these people in Hollywood, because Ryan's been talking about the last couple of days with his guest Randy Rocket Cody, and then yesterday. You'd have been originally from Mexico. Excellent. Excellent. Welcome to wherever you're at. If you're in America, welcome to America. We appreciate you. If you're elsewhere, there too. Welcome. Pete says welcome. Sweet Leaf, everybody on the Navajo Nation is saying good morning to all of you guys and welcome Esther, Gino, Ajito, and our friend Keep Digging 7. Keep Digging 7.
Coweta Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and families.
You live in Italy. I don't live in Italy. I live in America, but I appreciate you living close to us. I live close to you.
You're walking somewhere, you're on your favorite trail. You get that feeling.
We are in U.S.
To be prepared.
Atlanta.
In today's world. Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defender.
A couple of hours in Italy.
Tactical self-defense instructor. I'm specializing in women's self-defense. All women
Given what? Give an eyeball. Give an eyeball.
To build their survival skills, you can be your own hero.
Well, I appreciate you, my friend. I really do.
Learn today to have a safer tomorrow. WarriorDefenders.com.
Family fun is back in Lynette. Primetime Carnival and Joy Communications present the Lynette Spring Carnival, April 2nd through the 7th. Rides, fun, food, games, more. Open nightly 6 p.m., 2 p.m. for weekends. Lynette Spring Carnival.
His name is Gino. Gino, I got a buddy named Gino out in Las Vegas.
I heard you recently discovered a new kind of variant. There's no COVID variant in Omicron.
I'm from America, my friend. I speak English well enough to be an immigrant. No. I don't know what all that means. Thank you, Esther, once again for being with us. Thank you, Gito, for being with us this morning. Give an eyeball is with us. I think that's how it is. And Pete, of course. Woo! Oh, yes! Real radio. Not that stuff you hear in your basement, your mom's basement, or in your friend's garage, because it's like, I'm going to do a podcast. Only 5 people will download it. You ain't got a whole lot of people either, because the enemy's attacking. The enemy likes to attack those who tell the truth. He makes those others think that everybody listening to them. He actually got them convinced that people are listening to them. And a few people are. They're called trolls. I wish my other people would have been here this morning that could have did it. From the accents you have, I have thought you were Scottish. Wow, I appreciate that. But that is, thank you. I'm not going to take, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I was called Canadian one morning, so I'm going to take that as a compliment because every other country in the world is fantastic. And Scottish, I mean, that'd be almost like what, Drew McIntyre or something? Is he Scottish? Yeah, Drew McIntyre's a Scottish warrior. So I have some ancestors. I also have on my mom's side. Oh, and the reason I'm talking about it, sorry, listeners, tuning in, we got Give and Eyeball is from Italy, and he was like, my accent sounds like I'm from Scottish. Maybe I got some accent. Got a little bit of that. Got a little Scandinavian in me on my father's side, and also I've got Native American on my mother's side. So the real thing there. So, but yeah, there's some Scottish in there too. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going with Holly Sunday in Carrollton in an event. Oh, way to go. Yes, our friends are going to be doing some things. There you go. 20 minutes away from the top of the hour. Time and temperature, and it's currently 40 degrees here in the metro Atlanta areas of Georgia. We are holding at that time. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Let's jump into a couple of things going on that you can read for yourself or take for yourself as we're talking about here this morning. We're going to get into, we always keep up with Israel, what's going on in Israel war. Israel on Thursday said it will open new routes to allow humanitarian aid into Gaza following a tense conversation between President Joe Biden and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. According to the Prime Minister's office, Israel will temporarily open a port for humanitarian deliveries and will allow aid to pass through that area into the northern Gaza area. Wow, that's good that they're doing that. The Israel government also said it will increase the amount of aid coming through the area crossing from Jordan. The increased aid will provide humanitarian crisis, Netanyahu's office said, and is critical for ensuring the continuing of the fight and achieving the war aims for Israel, of course. United U.S. National Security Council spokeswoman Audrey Watson said in a statement Thursday that U.S. policy on Gaza will be determined by Israel's commitment to ensure aid reaches Gaza and that citizens and aid workers are protected when we know those aid workers were destroyed. Some of those aid workers were killed. 7, we told you the other day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, U.S. food charity World Center Kitchen has identified those 7 members. We told you that the 7 staff members that were killed just yesterday. President Joe Biden has added that the tragic events had been one of the most worst in recent history. One of the most worst in recent history. Not comparing it to anything else like people have been trying to say other news sources. I'm telling you what my real news sources bring in from every side of the aisle and all over. This is what we kind of keep in mind here to let you guys know so that they keep splitting you. And it's not just the mainstream media that we all can fuss about. The biggest thing is the clickbaiters on the YouTube and the podcasters and all them dropping F-bombs and S-bombs and thinking that they can just do what they want. Yeah, those are the ones we have to look out for more because they get to spread a little bit more lies. The ones on TV say what they want to say, but boy, can they get stopped at times. But yeah, but I like those people on the fringe that lie about it, try to mix Bigfoot in there with God. Remember when Bigfoot was just a conspiracy theory that nobody got killed over and still don't? But remember what all these conspiracy theories that are going on today are killing people? Yeah. All right, this is the stuff that's going on in Israel I wanted to bring up. I'm glad that they're doing a deal that needs to be done. We, of course, the United States are on the side of Israel at all times. But, ladies and gentlemen, also, we don't want the women and children that are innocent in this and the Palestinians to be destroyed and killed. We are praying for everyone. That is what we do. Man, prayers can't help you. I know that's what some people say, but not majority of my audience. They're like, look, I'm going to go get me one of them Krispy Kreme donuts Monday. Oh, solar eclipse donuts. That's all I'm going to worry about when it's dark. McDonald's said it's going to be buying a franchise out of Israel after the fast food chain suffered setbacks aimed at the Middle East country's war against Hamas in Gaza, ladies and gentlemen. The U.S. fast food giant announced the acquisition in a statement on Friday, saying that it agreed to buy all 225 McDonald's restaurants in the nation from the Allah Limit, which is a group that owns it. For more than 30 years, they have been proudly bringing you the Golden Arches to Israel and serving our communities, said the CEO of the company. We are encouraged by what the future holds as they are selling it back to the McDonald's Corporation. Announcements of the sale after McDonald's said in February that its international development license marketing increased 0.7%, well below the expectations due to the impact of war in the Middle East. Of course, nobody's going to go into McDonald's and get a Big Mac, a fry, and a beer there. And you know they can drink beers in other countries after McDonald's, by the way, just so you guys know, if you like to drink. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not worried about it. But still, in France, they do. The impact of the war on them. McDonald's in Israel has come under criticism after it said it was donating thousands of meals to the Israel Defense Force as they had the war against Hamas in Gaza. The announcement sparked boycotts of the fast food chain. McDonald's on Thursday said it will own and operate the Israel restaurants once the transaction has been completed, that roughly have 5,000 employees and retain all of them on good terms. So there you go. And McDonald's in the war. The deal is expected to close in the next coming months. The war is expected that began in October has some 62% of all homes in the Gaza area have been destroyed and damaged. About 1.9 million Palestinians have been displaced. 33,000 of those people have been killed. 12,000 started on the first October 7th, the first day of the attack. So there you go. So are you going to Riverdale Krispy Kreme store, the only store I know? I'm not going to Riverdale. I'm not going to be able to. I got to work Monday. But if you guys go, let me know how good they are. There's a Krispy Kreme. There's actually one in Columbus. That's closer. Columbus, Georgia. That would be easier to go to. So there you go. We're going to take a break. 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. Ladies and germs, what part of WrestleMania weekend are you most excited about? Because this WrestleMania day, we're going to be doing a preview in the final period. That's right. 62% of you are saying the WWE Hall of Fame. WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 both tied at 8% of the votes. And surprise debuts and returns, 23% of you are excited about that. I got what I think is going to debut. Well, we know Jade Cargill's debuting her first match ever, and it's going to be at WrestleMania. Her first match ever in the WWE is at WrestleMania. Can you believe that? Wow. That beep. That's right. Back in a moment, ladies and germs, boys and girls. We're going to take a break, 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. Time and temperature brought to you by 40 degrees out there, brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
I know, right?
Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location. Bring you the best.
Got to work to pay bills. Everybody acts like you need to come do everything else with them.
Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Sports Matter works with youth and their families to help overcome barriers that prevent their success. We meet twice a month with mentoring, tutoring, teaching life skills, resilience, gratitude, and kindness. We also bring music and art therapy. Please visit our website.
Good morning, Warrior Defenders. Good morning to you.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show. Matt McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. Matt McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
I am Apostle Deborah Harris, Pastor Apostle of Kingdom Connected Ministries International at 121 Hillwood Circle, Noonan.
Good morning, everybody.
Presenting Connecting the Kingdom. Connecting kingdom citizens, kingdom businesses, and advancing the kingdom of God in this hour. Join us each Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. with guests who are sharing their faith, business, and ministry.
Hi, this is Art Soriano, asking you to tune in to Let Go and Let God every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE. We help those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts for discussion, inspirational stories, and contemporary Christian music. So tune in to Let Go and Let God Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE. Let go, let go.
Friday, yes, indeed. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. What's up? One more time, it is TGIF Friday. What a weekend ahead. We're going to have WrestleMania in the final period. We're going to be doing WrestleMania moments. We're going to try to do our daily devotion coming in the next hour and so much more. We got a headline news and a few other things to talk about. We're going to talk about what Nick Khan had to say about in the second half of the next period. It's going to lead right into our WrestleMania moment, our WrestleMania preview. Him saying Vince McMahon having anything to do any longer with the World Wrestling Entertainment and everything. We'll talk about that. And AEW is gearing up for Saturday night's Collision that probably not going to get as many people watching this weekend because WrestleMania is this weekend. It's time to finish your story, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It's time to finish your story this coming up weekend. All right, let's jump into it. We're going to talk about Cody Rhodes, what big surprises and more. But first, also UFL football action week 2. I got to get into that, and we're going to talk about it to all the good people out there. Before we do anything else, there's a couple of things going on in the news that you need to know about. Actually, we'll do that coming up next hour. UFL weekend, week 2 coming up. San Antonio Brahmas will be in action on Saturday at 12 noon against the Memphis Showboats. Arlington Renegades and St. Louis Battlehawks both lost their first week. Saturday, April 6th, 8 p.m. on ABC. Coming up on Sunday, our Birmingham Stallions will be in action in Michigan against the Panthers at 12 p.m. on ESPN. And Fox has only got, I think, this one game this weekend, the Houston Roughnecks and the DC Defenders, 4 p.m. on Sunday. River Dragons hockey this weekend. The Blue Ridge Bobcats are in action tonight, 7:05 p.m. against the River Dragons at the Columbus Civic Center. And the Dragons head to Mississippi tomorrow to take on the Seawolves at 5:05 p.m. It's 2-game series there with 2 different teams for our Columbus River Dragons, who are already ready to go to the FPHL playoffs. We got tickets to give away. We're going to have a lot of tickets to give away, guys. You guys want tickets to see the Columbus River Dragons? We got family night that we're going to be giving them away too. And we're going to be having tickets to give them away. So make sure you stay tuned. Columbus River Dragons hockey. It's next Saturday. We got tickets to next Saturday, April 13th, that we're going to be giving away. So make sure you guys stay tuned all week long for your opportunities to win if you want to see your chance to win tickets to see the Columbus River Dragons on Saturday, next Saturday. I want to take some people too, but I don't know if they all want to go. All right. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it was a great weekend for WrestleMania moments because it's going to be another WrestleMania. And I tell you, it's what? I'm going to show this and I'm going to play this in just a few moments. The best of the NWO and the Click and everything is the DX and the NWO are all ready to go. That's right. I got to play some of those best moments from what we like to call WrestleMania. Let's see. Do I have it here? I don't want to play the full match of Triple H, but I do want to play. It's like WCW taking on WWE finally, years later. You hear this in the background, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, Stone, Triple H talking about the Sting! It's Sting! Wow. I love hearing this. This is WrestleMania up to date coming up this weekend. Wow, this sounds good. The game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a preview of WrestleMania. There you go. WrestleMania coming up this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I'm showing a little bit of Triple H and Sting in the background on the network. It's WrestleMania weekend. We're going to talk more about it. We got more headline news for you next hour, our daily devotion, and more. One of the best matches of the night in WrestleMania 31 was Sting and Triple H, where you had members of WCW and WWE come together. So there you go. We're going to go to the top of the hour with this. Stay with us. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. I don't have it hooked into the thing there. Sorry.
So who's going to Sting is trembling. Oh, here, side headlock now for Sting, and here we go. Next move, stop being excessive. Game plan is still on track. Behind it again. Came down by Triple H and control. Sort of expected the pace to start out this way. Two guys. Oh! And Triple H returns with a shoulder tackle. Then a drop kick by the Icon. Saw any of that coming. I don't think he did either. Of course it is. Well, this could very well be our Super Bowl, the best in WCW versus the best. Yeah, but by Super Bowl III, Broadway Joe John, and another one is picked down. So much for the old school. Not to a slugfest. I think I gotta go with Triple H. You know what he's going for? Oh, and Triple H scoops out of that's a reset. I used that about 10 minutes ago. What we're seeing right now is the game reassessing for the game.
Wow.
It's just a simple reset. That's all, King. I'm sure the game. Now with the right hands, knees up, reversal, up, double reversal. Can you say this? It's like every minute stay. Oh, man. Aggressive. Should have stayed in the ring. Right in the ribs. That'll take his toll. He's got to stay. Triple H is lucky to be able to move out of the way. Now I'll say steps down. Yes. Oh, this is incredible. So underrated. Well, you got to admit, with all the DX out here. Oh, so that is. Sting is currently trying to put us all out of jobs. He's about to give. It's happening. Swingers going through a time war. This is incredible. So Bears. You're right, Jimmy. I'm going for a time of the bodies. It may be a little late, but it's coming. Get out of DX, the NWO. No. Damn it. Places, watch this. This is unbelievable. Scoring down on the left. Get that Triple H. Come on. You made your name here, Hogan. And now. Triple H has to tap out to stand. And Triple H hanging there. How long can he take it deep? How long can he take the call? Hey. What an absolutely not. We never see. Return the clock back 15 years. And the right side won again. Guys, look at this picture. Look at this. Who would have thunk it when you ever in your wildest dreams see these? We see degeneration actually. New age. This is a race. This is awesome. What? Wait a minute. Whoa, there's a wrestle. 99.1 FM.
That's a WrestleMania moment. Sorry, guys. I was playing it on the air, too. And for those who are like, yes, I know wrestling is a put-on sport. I know it's not real. But at least I know it's not real, like the people who think that lizard people are real. Oh, Lord. All right, we'll play that set.
About a survey of residents that was conducted by Coburger's attorney. Chris Carraggio explains. Coburger is accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students. His attorney has filed for a change of venue, claiming that potential jury members will be biased by media coverage. The outside firm conducted a survey and asked questions based on media reporting. The judge says the questions in the survey weren't accurate about the case and could prejudice potential jurors. I'm Chris Carraggio. Against an employee is out on bond following his arrest on 6 counts of sexual assault. The Harris County DA's office says 37-year-old Eric Sim is accused of committing the assaults between 2019 and 2022 at his townhouse east of downtown Houston. Sim reportedly met his victims on dating and assault them after several dates. Investigators believe there may be more victims. And following challenges, including COVID, the national discount chain 99 cents only is closing all its stores.
Wow, 99 cents only is closing all his stores. Wow. Dadgummit. When I lived out in Las Vegas, that was one of the best places to go to. Well, not Vegas, that was in Boulder City they had one. Shut the front door.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's Home Advisor. Home Advisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that Home Advisor is completely free to use.
Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Made to order 100% Wagyu beef burgers that are 100% full red rocket starting at $6.99, which is 100% awesome. 100% Wagyu beef burgers with fries starting at $6.99. 100%.
Family fun is back in Lynette. Maritime Carnival and Georgia Communications presents the Lynette Spring Carnival. April 2nd through the 7th. Rides, fun, food, games, more. Open nightly 6 p.m. 2 p.m. for weekends. Lynette Spring Carnival. Highway 29, Old Mill Parking Lot in Lynette, Alabama. April 2nd through the 7th. Family fun for you and me. Be there.
Hey there, folks. Looking for a top expert in medical, health, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine Preston, your trusted agent for finding the perfect plan to fit your dreams. She works with multiple companies, ensuring the best option just for you. Don't miss out on the chance to make the right choice for your financial future. 706-525-5931. Speak to Charmaine Preston, CP Financial, your top local sales agent.
Nick Arnold here from Cowboy the Force. Cowboy the Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowboytheforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to the former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newnan.
Hey, sports fans, it's Ron Peterson here, host of the Ron Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it.
Oh, sorry about that, guys, but we got things we got to do.
2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Ron Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show. Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not
The views and opinions.
this station, its management, artists,
Wake up, I'm trying to. I'm an American, buddy. That's what I would tell them. I'm not afraid of them. They're Civil War. Here we go. Period number 2. That's right. God bless America. This is a movie. It's not reality. It's not a prequel. It's coming out next Friday. It's called Civil War. Yeah, 50,000 plus of you worldwide are tuning in right now. We're kicking it off. Period number 2. It's WrestleMania weekend, and to the trolls, I got 2 words for you. So what? Yeah, the most electrifying man in radio is right here with you. And tell me when I'm telling lies, you lizard people wannabes. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host with most, Neal. And of course, yes, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud across the RyanORadio media page, iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, and more. Earth Rock Radio, Navajo Nation, as well as New Mexico and Arizona, British Columbia, Isles of Canada, and finally the Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key, home of Southern Sports, inspirational talk, and real news. We don't give the fake news. We don't give the imaginary news. We don't give no clickbait news. We do it reality-based. That's right. We didn't go in our room and smoke a lot of Jumanji. Stay with us more on the way. And to my haters, Sweet Leaf says that Jumanji is not good for anybody. He said, I don't know what you guys are smoking off the Navajo Nation, but whatever it is, you seeing things that's not real. And spirit animals and all that stuff, these guys see this stuff. They know what they got going on. I'm going to tell you what they're doing this coming up Monday. They're not running in fear of the eclipse. And the people that don't like me telling that they're telling this are the people that are trying to be clickbaiters and make a living off of this. And they're mad because they want to make a living off of being clickbaiters and get in people's minds. We'll talk more about the eclipse here. We got WrestleMania moments this hour, the more on the Vince McMahon saga, Nick Khan, the president of TKO and everything. We're going to dive into all of that coming up this hour and more. I hope you guys got a chance to check out the Quiet on the Set, the dark side of the kids' television we talked about yesterday and everything. Lizard burgers, that's right. Lizard people need to be afraid. Buck Rogers ate lizard burgers. Laugh on. That's right. But, you know, the thing about it is they say everybody's a lizard person and don't agree with them. Wrestling's fake, but lizard people are real. Wrestling's fake, but there's a civil war coming. Wrestling's fake. Like, you sound like a very intelligent person. Oh, I'm a grown man like they've been wrestling, boy. I'm like, because all my listeners want to hear about it, okay? A lot of them do, all right? Okay, who cares what you think? You think a lizard person is real. Come on. I mean, look, the only thing that's ever been proven on this show that's been real, everything's been proven on the show has been real. My journalist, real life friend journalist, Randy Rocket Cody, has proven a lot of things that he was saying over the years. And then when the Epstein's list came out earlier this year, man, about 2 weeks, everybody was talking about it. And after that, we're like, oh, there's too many people on there we like. We're going to stop talking about it. Sweet Lee says, yep, that's what happened. You got that right. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about this hour. We'll get some headline news for you. And we're going to kick off the morning with our daily devotion right quick. Brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue, here in the metro Atlanta area, Noonan. Church services are every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. inside, outside 9 and 10:30 service, Sunday 10 and 6:30 services, 6 p.m., 6:30 service for the NCC PM Hip Cool Kiss. Pastor Jimmy Ellison and staff invite you out. Alive in Christ is Noonan City Church. We've got coming up April 13th, our Bridging the Gap Pancake Breakfast. And the 21st of this month, we've got the NCC membership class and another breakfast, traditional breakfast on April 27th. We got our night of worship beginning on May 3rd. And the race for the orphans is coming up in Saturday, May 4th, historic downtown Noonan, 7:45 a.m. Tot Trot, 8 a.m. It's the mile run and walk, 8:45 5K. Be a part of this as well and become a sponsor. Noonan City Church is helping out. Let's take a look at today's daily devotion coming from Jesus Listens. Sarah Young, who writes out of the daily devotion prayer from Jesus Calling. She read the Bible, which a lot of people don't. This is how she brings this together. On this April 5th, she's bringing together Hebrews 12, 2 through 3, 2 Corinthians 5, 7, 2 Corinthians 3, 18. My strong Savior, help me not to grow weary or lose heart. When I'm dealing with difficulties that go on, it's easy to get so tired that I feel like giving up. Chronic pain tends to wear me out and wear me down. But I realize that if I focus too much on my troubles, I'm in danger of sliding in a black hole of self-pity and despair. I found that worshiping you is delightful, a delightful way of renewing my strength. When I take steps of faith by praising you in the midst of the adversary, your glorious light shines upon me. I ask that this light may reflect upon others. I try to, guys. Sometimes I do, but I can't. Sorry. Captain Hot Buns, what's up? Thank you, my friend. I wish you were on early. You just took care of them trolls for me. I ask that this light may reflect others as I live close to you, aware of your loving. I had to block them. And rejoice that I'm being transformed in your likeness and ever increasing glory. In your beautiful name, amen. All right, Captain Hot Buns is with us from Arizona. What's up, brother? How you doing? Good morning to you. He says, good morning, everyone. Sweet Leaf says, good morning to you. Sue says, you're in Arizona. I'm part of Arizona on the Navajo Nation. Good morning, Arizona. Fellow Arizonian. I'm sorry. I got that right, Sue. Sorry, don't get on to me. Also, good morning from everybody in Canada. Mike, David, and Helen, as well as Alice saying good morning. Diana saying good morning from South Wales. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sarah Bear from New Zealand, as well as Robert from Australia. So I appreciate all you wonderful people. And John over in England. According to the Navajo Nation tradition, and I'm doing this because of what's coming up Monday with our a total eclipse of the sun. There was a song about that too. And Krispy Kreme, the closest one to you, I think the closest one good to me would be Columbus. They're going to have that regular donut, you know, the regular donuts we get, the fresh donuts, throw a little chocolate frosting on it and an Oreo cookie with buttercream in it. Oh, it's going to be a total eclipse Monday. Well, according to Navajo tradition, when the moon eclipses the sun undergoes a rebirth. It is a sacred time where they sit and reflect and pray as they begin a new awareness of themselves. So that's the cool thing about the Navajo Nation and everything. They're not, I don't see any of them on my feed going, man, the end of time's coming, the world's coming to, blah, blah, blah. They're taking the change and saying it's time to take a change. In our Christian world, we should see there's a change coming. And look, if you believe in God, majority of my Christians that were on here earlier, people from Mexico, people from other parts of the world that were on here talking. I don't know exactly where one of my listeners were from. He earlier said, believing in God and everything. I don't know exactly where he was from, but Undertaker, somebody said earlier. Sorry about that, friend. Good morning to Jito Planet earlier. He's getting ready for the eclipse. He's praying everything's going to be all right. And I told him everything will be all right. Keep digging 7 says obey and don't worry. So that's what he said earlier. So to my real believers out there, they're not too worried about Monday. They know, that if something did happen, that they are already all right now. And like I said to all the people that keep on saying, oh, no, this is going to happen. No. All the clickbaiter people out there that keep trying to make you guys scared. Forget all the clickbaiters, because you know what they're doing? The clickbaiters, the fake conspiracy theorists. Heck, it's bad when you become a fake conspiracy theorist. A fake conspiracy theorist and people that are on the fringe of society lying to people just so they can make a buck or two. And I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, better watch out for them. And I'm going to tell them that if they believe something's happening Monday, well, they're still here. They haven't been taken. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, all right, we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. Let's get into some of the headline news this morning for you. A 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit Taiwan. At least 9 are dead, injuring 1,000 in this earthquake. Trump Media 2 Tech Group has filed a lawsuit against 2 of its co-founders to give up their companies and leadership. The Tropicana in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, is closed for ever. Just a day after guests checked out, and days before the 67th anniversary of that building and that facility being there, it's going to be torn down in the next couple of months as they get ready to build a Major League Baseball stadium on the site for the soon to be known as Las Vegas Athletics in 2028. Angel Reese is brushed tears off her cheeks in the post news conference as the Elite Eight lost of LSU's Elite Eight loss to Iowa. The All-American Ford went on with tears in her eyes, talking about how happy she was for this season and how the Tigers, she will get a run next season. They will get a run next season. All right, Trent Perry's USC 10 basketball commitment for the class of 2024 has reopened since Andy Enfield has left the Trojans to head over to SMU, and Perry, I should say, Trent Perry is looking forward to going to, of course, an opportunity at many more, as SMU is going to be getting some big players in basketball. So that's your basketball stuff. Also, ladies and gentlemen, click the news feed again, use music again. Season 2 of a show called Loot premieres today on Apple Plus, seeing Molly Wells, actress Maya Rudolph, who plays her, struggling with the age of her wealth. She became wealthy overnight, basically. And in season 1, she had friends. She had one of her friends had a fill-in for her, but in season 2, she's going to be going with an account executive, Benjamin Brett. New episodes premiere tonight of Loot. And it's not what you think. It's a lot of loot, like money, a lot of loot. UFL Week 2 begins this weekend. San Antonio Brahmas will take on the Memphis Showboats Saturday. That's coming up April 6th. 12 noon is the kickoff time on ESPN. The Arlington Renegades and the St. Louis Battlehawks are both vying for their very first win tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on ABC, as well as Sunday. one team's going to lose and one team's going to go ahead 2-0. Will it be the Stallions or the Panthers as the Birmingham Stallions meet the Michigan Panthers in Michigan on ESPN, 12 noon kickoff on Sunday, 4 p.m. on Sunday, the Rough Riders and the DC Defenders on Fox. Our Columbus River Dragons are back in action tonight. If you want to know more about that, I'm going to tell you more about that right now. The Blue Ridge Bobcats take on River Dragons 7:05 tonight at the Columbus Civic Center. They hit the road as soon as the game's over in the morning, heading to Memphis, Mississippi to take on the Seawolves at 5:05 tomorrow. That's what's going on in news and sports and everything. So all the headline news for you as well. If you're ready, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready for you. We got Captain Hot Buns on with us again, Pete, Warrior Defenders, as well as I want to know where everybody else is. We got a lot of great people still on with us too this morning. A lot of people not answering. All right. That is what's going on headline news-wise. At 25 minutes past the hour. Current conditions, we are holding at, can you believe it? Can you believe it? We are holding at 40 degrees. It's cold out there. Another cold morning. Your time and temperature brought to you by Act the Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, springs, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what part of WrestleMania weekend are you excited about? We are going to be WrestleMania it up. We're getting in the ring here in just a few. It's all about WWE WrestleMania weekend, beginning tonight with WrestleMania Friday night, SmackDown WrestleMania edition, followed by the Hall of Fame at 10 p.m. on Peacock. WrestleMania Night 1 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Night 2 Sunday night, 7 o'clock. And much more. So my question this morning, ladies and gentlemen, spring break hangover. There you go. That's what Pete says. WWE, here is what part of WrestleMania weekend are you most excited about? For our fans out there, WWE Hall of Fame tonight. Most of you are excited about that. 53%. Wow. Surprise debuts or returns tonight. 33% are for that. And WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2 are both tied at 7%. So you're not that excited about the matches, are you? You're more excited about the Hall of Fame and surprises that might be heading into tomorrow night. I'll talk about some of the thoughts on that as we head into WrestleMania weekend in the next period. WrestleMania weekend in the next period. All right, one more newsworthy note as we head into this. Drew Gallick may be no longer working for the WWE much longer. Ronda Rousey, a former UFC MMA fighter champion, as well as Raw Women's Champion, left the company, did something for Ring of Honor, whatever. She said that it was inappropriate. Drew did some inappropriate stuff. Drew said that he was backstage shaking hands, not Drew McIntyre, Drew Gallick. Drew Gallick was backstage shaking hands, and he accidentally grabbed her by her accidentally grabbed her drawstring, which she said it was her string on her pants. Now, she said if her husband wouldn't have been there, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah, her husband would have beat the mess out of him. He's a UFC fighter. And there were some inappropriate actions there. Everybody's like, Ronda Rousey, she don't have any respect for Vince McMahon. Well, that's why Ronda Rousey didn't stay around long. She got in there and figured out, wait a minute, you're about as bad as, what? Nah. She's, I'd rather deal with Dan Lambert. Even though he's a big mouth over there where he's at in the MMA, I'd rather deal with him and maybe the guy in the UFC. I don't know. The guy in the UFC should deal with because they were under TKO. Vince McMahon allowing people to do things like this. We're going to continue. We're going to dive into the Vince McMahon saga after the break. That's right. I know it's going to hurt somebody's feelings. But Ronda Rousey gave an exclusive interview to the News Nation on News Nation that's biased. There's really a biased news network. On the News Nation, she was speaking about her time in the WWE and her belief of Vince McMahon being what he is. The woman worked there. So many other people worked there. Who am I to disagree with people that's worked for this man and was around this man more than me? Who am I to disagree with that? And who are you as a person out there in the world to disagree with that? If somebody knows somebody personally, you can't sit there and go, I don't care. I like them. I don't care. I don't care what. No, I don't care what they did. Yeah, you get people in here going, Chris Hansen. Well, you're the ones that send to the Chris Hansen because you're the ones that's like, I'm going to ignore the Epstein's list and let it go because I like people on the Epstein's list. Hollywood is terrible. I told you about it yesterday with the Dark Side of Kids Television, Quiet on the Set, how terrible it was. WWE's the same. Guys, you're never going to be a multimillionaire unless you sell your soul to Satan. And that's not that doesn't have to mean physically have them come talk to you and go, hey, give me your soul. That just means I'm going to sell out my virtues and my morals, which a lot of people do. We've got even people that are out here selling their morals and their soul, aka selling their virtues and morals for Monday just to get clicks, clickbait. Sorry, people. Back in a moment. We're going to talk about the life and crime of Vince McMahon. Nick Khan finally responds. WWE's president has something to say about what happened with the Vince McMahon situation after the break.
Look at your weather forecast from this TGIF Friday edition. Brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Judge Street in Newton. Plenty of sunshine today with a high near 63.
What did I apply for?
Low near 37 tonight, clear, cool. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Heading into your Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high near 67.
I don't know what I applied for.
Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear, partly cloudy skies. Coming up for your Saturday night. Has a low near 52. Light and variable winds. By Sunday, high near 77. Partly cloudy skies with light and variable winds. A low near 52 on Sunday night. A few clouds from time to time. Monday, partly cloudy skies. High near 78. South-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Considerable cloudiness going into Monday evening. Chance of rainfall is 40%. Light and variable winds. That's your active weather forecast from Active Pest Control, 34 General Street in Newton. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care if those rodent squitters are doing things at all. Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home. Offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus specific services like bed bug, turtle roach, and flea control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control wants to be the first line of defense. Active Pest Control, prepare, buy, best termite coverage around. Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street, Newton, 770-954-9941.
Moving is a big decision. Selling or buying a home in any market, but especially today's, can raise a lot of questions. Hi, I'm Amy with Killingsworth Realty. My husband and I serve the Coweta and local area. Our purpose at our first meeting is to learn your goals, answer questions, and provide resources so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. 678-525-0047 to schedule a free consultation today to discuss your real estate needs. You don't have to do this alone.
Family fun is back in Lynette. Primetime Carnival and Joy Communications presents the Lynette Spring Carnival. April 2nd through the 7th. Rides, fun, food, games, more. Open nightly 6 p.m. 2 p.m. for weekends. Lynette Spring Carnival. Highway 29. Old parking lot in Lynette, Alabama. April 2nd through the 7th. Family fun for you and me.
Guys, I'll be coming off. Oh, yes. welcome back into the only radio show you guys should be on with us. Good morning, Cher. How you doing? How you doing, Cher? I appreciate that. All right, welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, the most electrifying radio show of all times. And to all my haters out there, guess what? So what? I got 2 words for you. So what? All right. Hopefully that doesn't mess up anymore. Next hour, we're going to preview a little bit of WrestleMania and everything. As this WrestleMania weekend, I have to do it. Coming up on Monday, all people dropping off. Where did everybody go? Pete says, well, most of them are listening on the other things and everything, and they probably don't want to hear WrestleMania, or they're like, he's not telling enough of fake conspiracy theories, being a fake conspiracy theorist or clickbaiter. I am against all that, man. It's really destroyed our business. And allowing everybody to have a YouTube page has really destroyed our business. Allowing people that's never done this before in their life to get to have opinions and do podcasts has really destroyed our business. It really has. So maybe I'm not excited enough to go, we can go over here, we can talk F-bombs and S-bombs. Yeah, so what, haters? I know they don't know the truth. They don't want the truth. They want to be told that they're right. I was sitting here looking at my imaginary conspiracy theory online, my fake conspiracy theory, because the real conspiracy theorists are being buried by these people. This clickbaiter guy got on here. He told me the end of the world is coming. I had to believe him. I wasn't going to believe my preacher who teaches it every week. I've got to believe this guy who is in a dark room because he hates the government. So since he hates the government, he's got to be telling the truth. Yeah. But no, there ain't no buts to it. Stop butting. I'm glad I had some good Christians on earlier, good followers of Christ on earlier. It's like, hey, you got to believe in God, not all this other stuff. Not this imaginary conspiracy theory of the eclipse and the end of times there. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, man. It's not just haters, man. I'm getting emails attacked by people that are trying to be podcasters and they're mad. Got that tinfoil hat for them. I know, right? I know Captain Hot Buns. But they send me messages, go, you're messing up. You're messing us up. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, are you in broadcast radio? No. They would never let me in broadcast radio or television because I go on the dark web to get my news. They really have sent me messages attacking me. They don't have love in their hearts. I know, brother. I understand, but if it's teenagers acting a fool, I have no problem with that, right? Because that's teenagers. They're gonna act up. Usually the ones that are young teenagers that come on this feed and they act up. After a couple minutes, I laugh at a couple of things they say. They just get in here and start talking. They're teenagers. They're just trying to cut up. But when you're troublemakers, adults acting like that, everybody's scratching their head, including the kids going, I made a couple of remarks, but you're kind of going too far. Just like Vince McMahon went too far. And finally, Nick Khan is coming. WrestleMania weekend, you have to know he's going to say something. 38 minutes past the hour. It is currently 41 degrees now under time and temperature brought to you by Southern States Bank, East Alabama, West Georgia's perfect banking right there in Noonan and surrounding areas in Georgia and Alabama. Banking for personal, business, and more. Southern States Bank, proud supporter of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. See, that's another thing. I got sponsors. They don't. I don't want sponsors. That's corporate. That means I can't say imaginary clickbait stuff. Yeah, nobody wants to be connected to that. No business wants to be connected to that. And we're not talking about conservative and liberal thoughts. We're talking about clickbait stuff, okay? Everybody has their different thoughts. Those poor people being lumped in with, those people on both sides being lumped in with these crazy people. I pray for them too, God. I really do. All right, let's talk about Nick Khan. WWE President Nick Khan has finally came out and said, hey, guess what? I'm going to acknowledge the Vince McMahon situation. It's been several months, and the allegations, and he's given his thoughts on the allegations from the former WCEO and former owner Vincent Kennedy McMahon. While on a show called The Town, Nick Khan discussed the allegations while talking about the WWE's big money media rights deal that they got with Netflix going and beginning in October of this year, as well as Raw moving there, and I guess they're going to be able to be a little bit more cussing on there. CM Punk can't wait to do that. MJF is going to be, I just gave away what I was going to say. MJF will be making it to the WWE just in time. He'll be like, put me on Raw so I can cuss. Please, I don't want to be on television. I don't want to be on Netflix. And MJF is listening this morning going, yep, that boy's right. That boy's right. He's right. And here's what's saying. He said, they asked him about whether Vince's had any impact on the business. He says, I don't know anything about it kill it, but the allegations certainly wouldn't have helped the deal that we had in place basically with Netflix. So the allegations are obviously horrifying and serious, and we take them seriously and interested in them and investigating them ourselves. I think every other measure, every other reasonable person or organization would take them serious. And you saw that he resigned and he gave his resignation. No, Netflix didn't ask for McMahon's resignation McMahon to resign, but Vince did it on his own and everything. So McMahon leaving was on his own. Yeah, I'm sure it was the company was like, it's in the best interest of us for you to resign. This is like, I decided to do it myself. Sure, Vince, you decided to do it yourself. TKO and everything. Sure. They're like, look, all these allegations against you from Janelle Grant, these fake love letters that his lawyer's trying to say she wrote to him, her lawyer saying that these love letters were made. I kind of believe he was made to write them. She was made to write them. All the stuff that was in the dadgum feed. I mean, if she was truly in love with him and he was in love with her, why would he want to share his woman with everybody on the roster? Or not everybody in the WWE staff, all the WWE staff members that he supposedly, and outside to Saudi Arabia and try to, all right, Brock, I want to re-sign you. So here's a piece of tail for you. Look at it. Look how good it looks. And I showed it to all the guys. Of course, you're the owner of the company. You've been the owner of the company. You're still CEO of the company. You still got a lot of pull. You're walking around to the guy that's putting the ring up that's known for years, Vince, that Vince McMahon is this kind of person. And everybody, yeah, she looks good, Vince. They're scared not to say, get away from me, you jabroni. Because they have to pay for their families' houses and everything, because jobs are hard to come by because everything's AI now. And everything was AI back in 2019, 2020, 21. You know, even though people think you could just walk out the door today and get a job tomorrow. I mean, I know those people think that it's real, but it's not. It's not. It's not. Okay. It's not real. Get that out of your head. It's not real. Okay. Anyway, this is real. These people had jobs. Of course, he was like, everybody, I showed this to you. Baby shows you a picture. They love you. They're like, ooh, yummy, yummy. These were stuff he was saying. Even more worse disgusting things. I mean, Vince made some of the people in Hollywood, especially the ones we were talking about yesterday, look normal. It was in the pudding. You got that right. And Vince's lawyer's like, she loved him. What if she loved him? Then what the? I mean, you love somebody. How many of you guys going to show your hot, young piece of tail off to your friends? Well, I take that back. Some of you might do that. I wait a minute. Yeah, might do that. It might make sense that Vince McMahon did that. CM Punk even said something about it. It was like the Chris Benoit situation when he was being on the MMA Hour talking about the Vince McMahon situation. He says he didn't really see anything with him while he was there. He said, but of course you don't know people very well. And he said he said, I didn't go hang out with him like he was my buddy. He was my boss, and I let him know, hey, you're my boss. I don't want to hang out with you. And I kept that boss-employee relationship, which was a good thing for CM Punk. It was a smart thing, which wasn't smart when he went to AEW. He became more friendly with the owner of the company, which caused all the downfall that happened there. But I won't get back into that. So later on. But Nick Khan is finally admitting that he knows about this. How many months has this been going on? God, I think we had at the end of February. I think in February is when we started talking about this. It was at the end of January going into February because we're already in April. And they're finally admitting this. The allegations have been going on for a year or so. And then finally the text messages came out. And there was a lot of disgusting text messages on there that I'm not going to say live on the radio, but or on the YouTube or anything like that. But God almighty knows. You know, things that were said, disgusting things that were happening. How can you defend a person like that? How can anybody I don't care if it's your favorite wrestler. I don't care if he's your favorite politician, your favorite actor. How can anybody defend people that do these wrong things and say, well, you know, that's just them. Just get over it. You're weak. You don't understand. How can you be weak when a man that did this disgusting stuff that Vince did? We're supposed to just say, oh, it's all right. I mean, why would he be going around showing this young girl's picture off if it's his girl? That's disgusting in the first place. Okay. He's showing all his staff members, showing Johnny Laurinaitis and everybody. He forced me to do it. I had to do the Johnny Laurinaitis voice. He forced me to do it. Nobody forces anybody to do anything. Now I can kind of see that because Vince, you got to either you do this or you don't have a job. You know, Vince is that kind of person. You go back to many wrestlers that will kind of say, well, I know Johnny Laurinaitis shouldn't have did it, but I can believe he made him do it because he made us do it when it was when the organization wasn't publicly traded. Well, WWE's thinking about going back to not being publicly traded, being private. But I don't know. Don't know how that's going to work out. But everything's been better since Triple H Levesque took over, and officially Vince being out of the cartoon characters crap. Triple H has been able to make, really good storylines and bring people back like CM Punk and stuff like that. This weekend's going to be a good weekend, ladies and gentlemen. WrestleMania. We're going to talk about it in the next period, but only reason I use this Vince McMahon thing is to put it in your head, guys, so you can understand. We have to stop defending people just because we like them. We have to stop defending people because we think, well, they got my best interests at heart. We have to stop defending people because, well, I love that show, so I'm going to keep watching that show. Now it's going to be hard for me to even go back and watch old episodes of Growing Pains after what happened with the guy, the Brian Peck guy who was on that series, and Leonardo DiCaprio was on that series, and he's on the Epstein's list, and the things that he did on that set that was never brought up, but the things he did to Drake Bell. It's hard for me to go back and watch a lot of things because I'm sitting here going, when I told y'all earlier this year in January that when you saw that Epstein's list, that you're probably not going to want to watch too much more and do anything more. And you're probably not going to get on here and want to watch the clickbaiters and the stuff. But people just started going, well, you know, life is life. And I'm used to watching television. And I'm used to who I like on the right or the left side of the politics. And I don't care that any of them are on that list. And I'm just going to defend them and say, well, you know, they're on the list, but they were not accused. So, or whatever. Motley Crue is one of my favorite bands and everything. The Road Warriors had good stories in wrestling. They did. And Randy Rocket Cody brings up all the stuff that's going on with them and stuff that Tommy Lee could be connected to all this stuff. Do you think I'm going to want to support anybody? Well, I don't care. I like their music, so I'm going to support them. No, it's going to be hard for me. It's going to be hard for me. It's hard for me to even watch wrestling this weekend. No, even knowing Vince has nothing to do with the WWE, it's been hard for me to even support AEW, TNA, all the other wrestling organizations, not because they're different from the WWE. And I, even though TNA is a little bit more structured than AEW or whatever, it's not because of that. It's not because of anything that's going on with the people. It's not because of who's running. It's not because the elite couldn't get along with CM Punk or whatever. It's not because of all that. That was funny storylines to talk about behind the scenes and everything to get into it, and Punk going back to WWE. That was funny things to do, but it's hard because Vince has really, let's just say it, defecated all over the wrestling business. And it's hard for me as a fan of the business for years, even though I'm doing the WrestleMania review and everything, and that's because a lot of my listeners are into that and everything. It's hard. It really is hard. So when you start seeing these people, I'm not going to sit here and go, I don't care. I don't care if they claim to be Christians. They're the ones that got to get themselves straight with God. It's like my Christians earlier say, hey, or my followers of Jesus earlier saying, hey, you got to trust in him. They're the ones that's got to get, I can't sit here, but I can sit here and go, look, I'm not going to associate with that anymore. And being able to, the only thing that I'm interested in now is real news sources and real things that's going on with all this stuff. It's hard for me to watch this entertainment and go, that's a pretty good movie. When there's somebody in that movie that could have been abused by somebody else in that movie or somebody on that set. And one of the guys that I told you yesterday that wrote a letter of nice intent for Brian Peck, say his name, he's a child predator who was on the Growing Pains and on the Amanda Show, on the Drake and Josh Show as a producer and coach and acting coach and everything like that. Say his name, Brian Peck. This guy, a director of the Marvel movies, one of the Marvel series movies, wrote him a nice little thing. Alan Thicke from Growing Pains, who hosted a beauty pageant for years for a certain someone up in New Jersey. His name going to remain nameless, but I'm telling it like it is. And it's hard for me to sit around and go, all these people have all this money, have all these connections, control all these people. Because the thing about it is you can say what you want to say, but Drake Bell was a kid, 15 years old at the time, messed up drinking, drugs later on, messed his entire mind up. All he ever wanted to do was be an actor, entertainer, musician, be on stage. And this guy had enough stroke. It showed how many people defended him, from Ryder Strong and Will Ferrari, who played on Boy Meets World. Ryder was the best friend of Corey. He was Sean, and Will played Corey's brother, the oldest brother. And they wrote letters of nice intent for this guy. The stroke this guy had in Hollywood, just like Vince's stroke behind the stage, controlling people because they have families to take care of. And you got very few people. Tell me when I'm telling lies. This is why I like CM Punk. I'm sorry. This is why I like CM Punk. Because he's a straight edge independent skeptic. He's a straight edge guy like me. He tells it like it is. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He's got his fans that love him. He's got a lot of people who love him. He's got people who call him out. I don't care whether he got in a fight with the people backstage at the Elite. I'm not going to hold anything against those guys. I'm like Cody Rhodes on that. I'm not going to hold anything against either side. And look, I love Cody too. And I like the way Cody's an intelligent man doing what he's doing. But I like CM Punk because he'll tell it like it is. And people don't like to hear people telling it like it is. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. And that's why I like the guy, because he tells the truth, and that's the kind of person I am. I like to tell it like it is. I'm not just going to, because I don't like so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. I don't care about liking so-and-so and so-and-so. I don't care if you like them or you don't like them. I'm going to tell it like it is. And the stuff that happened to this kid that caused him to do the things he did by texting a 17-year-old girl or whatever online, this Drake Bell, he was mentally messed up for years by being in a toxic environment. We get mad when we use that word toxic because we go, we just can't be ourselves anymore. We just can't be ourselves anymore. Well, what does being ourselves be? Going out here being an a-hole? Going out here saying stupid things? Going out here calling people names, making up things about people that's not true? That's being an a-hole? No. You heard Cat Williams come out and call people out. He even called P. Diddy out when P. Diddy had his problem. You heard them all get called out, right? You heard this. Okay. Anytime somebody like that calls people out, they're always called the ones that's crazy. Amen. Got to be true to your core values being, no, stay on there. Got to be true to your core values is what she said. Thank you, Gail. And the Zoo Crew. But that's what I'm saying. I use Vince McMahon, and it is hard for me to sit around. U.S. Canadian wrestling needs to merge together and be more fun. There you go. Anyway, we're going to take a break. I'm going to have my Wrestlemania for the rest of the people. CM Punk, Cody, the rest of the people that are doing it this weekend out of respect for these family people that are trying to take care of their families this weekend, put on a good show for a lot of other people that spend a lot of money that want to go do something this weekend. I'm going to talk about it for you guys. Like I said, it's hard for me to watch any of this stuff. I check it out, a lot of stuff on television, but it's hard for me to sit around. I mean, look, when you go back and watch Hogan's Heroes and all these other shows, you see all these actors on here that supposedly killed themselves. The guy that played Robert Hogan, Bob Crane, supposedly killed himself. Yeah, right. So it goes back to getting to the true crime of the world and everything. So there's a lot of powerful people. And to me, I'm done with all the powerful money people. It's time for us to start spending the money towards people like me, good people like you out there, us spending it with each other and taking it away from all the bigger people, because you know why? We're the ones that can do it. Take care of one another. Back in a moment. Let me read that. I got to go unlock the door because I got people coming in live. Amen. Got to be true to your core values. Survival of childhood abuse in an era nobody cared. Money talks. That's right, sister. It does. All right, let me go unlock the front door.
We exist to provide support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan.
I heard you recently discovered a new COVID variant.
A new COVID variant, they remember Omicron? This is called another con. Thank you so much. It's Saturday Night Live, April 20th at the Coastal Grill, formerly House in Roswell, featuring comedian Jim Gossett from the Rob Carson National Radio Show.
Jim Gossett is the finest conservative political sandwich for the country. It's a fun-filled night of comedy, impressions, and brand new parody songs. Joe hit documents and said, places how St. Lucia. He now faces That's Saturday, April 20th, 8 p.m. at the Coastal Grill in Roswell. For tickets or more information, visit newsmakerline.com or call 678-829-SHOW. That's 678-829-SHOW. This is Dave Scott, host of Spaced Out Radio. Come join us every night starting at midnight on WQEE 99.1 FM. Together, we will head down a path of mystery and unbelievable stories of people experiencing true tales of ghosts, UFOs, monsters,
Back. Sorry.
and the finest storytellers we know. Tune in Spaced Out Radio nightly on WQEE 99.1 FM, where together, my friends, we own the night.
This is the Make a Difference Minute.
And the Mark White Show.
Marmac Real Estate has 8 offices throughout the state of Alabama. That includes Decatur, Hartselle, Coleman, Florence, Dillon, Muscle Shoals, Orange Beach, and Dauphin Island. There are more than 140 agents throughout Alabama. You can easily reach one of those agents by going to marmac.us and tell them the Mark White Show sent you. On this Make a Difference Minute, I have Brenda Gant of Cooking with Brenda Gant in Andalusia, Alabama.
I taught for 25 years, and I taught, well, the first place I ever taught was Crestmont Elementary School, and that is in Northport, Alabama. I was in my early 20s, and that was before they limited the classroom size. I had 5 reading groups, if that tells you anything,
Wow.
second graders. Then you taught them everything. If they got it, you had to give it to them.
You're not on Facebook, Pete? All right.
Hey, we're going to pay you. We want you to do a cooking school thing or a little cooking demonstration or whatever for our wives. I said, look, y'all, I really don't have time.
See where Maine got snow yesterday. Yep.
But one day I was in my kitchen.
New York got snow. Parts of upper New York, northern upper New York above New York City got it.
I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my phone up and I'm going to make biscuits. And they're not going to see me.
You got a pal that lives in Gail, so she's got a pal that lives in Maine.
Personal video page, my own little page. I had about 500 people on it, most of the church folks. And that thing went viral in 2 weeks. It was 1 million views.
She said that thing went viral.
On Cooking with Brenda Gant on Facebook is right at 3 million. It's just a little bit shy of 3 million people. And so that's how it started. And it's just important for me for people to be able to cook from scratch.
To find out more about Cooking with Brenda Gant, follow Cooking with Brenda Gant on Facebook. Gant is spelled G-A-N-T-T. Be sure to follow the Mark White Show on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to the Mark White Show podcast wherever you get your podcasts today.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Newton, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
Only here. Well, that's good.
NBC News Radio, I'm Mark Mayhew. U.S. policy on the war in Gaza is going to depend on Israel's ability to better protect civilians and
Let's see here.
workers. That's what President Biden told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday, following Israeli airstrikes that killed 7 World Central Kitchen workers earlier this week. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said the U.S. is expecting Israel to soon present and implement concrete steps to protect civilians and allow more humanitarian aid to flow into the Gaza Strip. A federal judge.
Well, YouTube is all right sometimes.
Classified documents case. Listen to the
Get a lot of lunatics on the YouTube too. I tell you, people that are on the fringe are attacking me is all I'm going to tell you. Because I call clickbaiters out. They don't know what they're talking. Certain people don't know what, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about, and they're attacking me. Personal messages, emails, just to let my listeners know. Like, I don't care whether they do or not, but I'm just letting you know. That's not the kind of people I support. Wouldn't want you guys to support them either. And they're getting mad. I don't have people claim to be something and they use words they shouldn't use.
37-year-old Eric Sim is accused of committing the assault. downtown Houston. Sarah reportedly met his victims on dating apps and would assault them after several dates. Investigators believe there may be more victims. And popular challenges including Cody. The national discount chain 99 cents only is closing all its stores. You're listening to the latest on NBC News Radio.
Okay, so Domino's Perfect Combo includes 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2-liter of Coke. Today we're on the street asking real people how much they think it all costs. All of it? All of it. $44 or $45? $34.99. The 2 pizzas are probably 10 each. 75. What if I told you?
WrestleMania stage is getting set up. We'll talk about it. Vince should go to prison, should get prison time, not just pay fines. I agree, but they're not going to do that. Oh, they'll put him in maybe 16 months or something like they did the idiots that were on the shows. But they'll get back out and do things. Vince will pay a fine. He'll be sentenced to a few months in jail. It'll be put somewhere where it'll be like living in a nice place for him. And then when he gets out, he'll start another wrestling company. People I follow on TikTok are getting their YouTube channels up and running. If TikTok goes down, they're transferring their stuff over. That's all right. I'm good with TikTok going down. I mean, for kids, I don't care, but adults, yeah. It should have been just for kids in the first place, but it's more, YouTube's more, will make sure that there's stuff on there that shouldn't be on there. Clickbait stuff, fake clickbaiters, fake conspiracy theorists, and liars on the fringe don't need to be anywhere in YouTube. And I'm glad the government stepped in.
Host of the Ron Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like
Used to play guitar. Cool. The wrestling scandal needs to be shared. It does cause loss. Yeah. True. Well, the thing about it is, I'm doing the best I can to get it out there and get all the information. But people still don't care whether if you're a billionaire, you can get away with things. Lie, cheat, steal. As long as you put on a show I like, I'm going to support you. I just think Vince he won't be back in the WWE, but he'll go start something up or buy something and do it once he gets out of all this scandal and goes to jail and stuff. That's what I think. We need to shut down almost all social media, in my opinion. It's what's ruining broadcast radio and television. You can't trust real people because of clickbaiters. Welcome back in. It's the final period of play. No clickbaiter here. This is real radio with a real man that knows what he's really talking about. We're going to talk about it. Coming up, WrestleMania. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, Ryan O'Neal, and of course, no doubt about I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide over the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Across that RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. And finally, those were real radio stations, internet radio on Navajo Nation, and real radio in Atlanta. The talk of Atlanta, 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and real news. Not all this clickbait stuff to get you going, the world's coming to an end because they told me to, and they've got to know what they're talking about. They're in their mama's basement. Good morning. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. You are live and in living color. And to my haters, I got this to say to you. Good morning. All right, I am the man around here. I was going to let him on the air there for a minute, whoever that was. Good point there. Good point there. Pedophiles are pedophilers, and rapists are just using their money and as influence. I agree with you, Gail. The wrestling scandal needs to bring some stuff down. Sheriff says, I follow a couple of cemetery walkers. One gives a tour of New York City, one of Vegas, and one of LA. Well, they should already be on YouTube then. They should be able to be already on YouTube. All right. It's WrestleMania weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be talking about it. I agree with you 100%, Gail. But, every time we do these discoveries on all these shows, and from wrestling to kids shows on Nickelodeon to people on the Epstein's list, people will talk about it for a week or two, and then they'll forget it and go, whatever. We got to keep making money in the world. And like I said, if you started spending money with your local people rather than spend money with national stuff going, I'm going to do national stuff. I like national stuff. And I understand some local people have attitudes. Don't get me wrong. I understand when you go to business with people, sometimes you don't want to do business with people because they got a different kind of attitude than yours, but they're just human beings. They're probably having that attitude for having a bad day for something else and didn't mean to bring it into their work, and everything. I kind of overlooked that myself because I really am tired of all these multi-billionaires making all this money and being able to use it and hurt people. And people go, well, I like so-and-so. I'm going to support so-and-so. Anybody that supports Vince McMahon or somebody like Vince McMahon that's accused of anything, there's something wrong with you. I had some of them on earlier on the YouTube page. You could tell. They want to start making fun of me when they know they're sitting in their mom's basements as grown men because it wasn't teenagers. Because teenagers will make a joke and then come back, oh, when you mess with them. You can tell a teenager on the YouTube page compare and on any of the feeds to an adult. Adult keeps on trying to push their thought process down his throat. No, I am right. Lizard people are real. I know what I'm talking about. No, that person's not a pedophile. I like them. I watch their movies. Anyway, I'm glad they're shutting down the TikTok. You brought that up earlier. I don't want to get in. I'm glad they're shutting it down. I hate it for the kids because it really was initially for kids to get on. But when all of us old adults got on there and started messing it up, and some perverts got on there and started doing what they did, like Brian Peck, say his name, sexual predator, child predator that worked on Growing Pains, as well as Drake and Josh, the Amanda Show, and went on to work on The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody on the Disney Channel. Just to let you guys know, say his name. We say that's not the victim's name, that's the evil person. Say his name. People like that. So, yeah. Are going on the TikTok and ruining it. So I think they're doing what's right. All right. We got to start this off. WrestleMania weekend coming up. I've got it in the feed. I'm going to ask you. Oh, here we go. This is cool. The set is being revealed, ladies and gentlemen. They get to wear leather jackets now? Wow. Used to, they made you dress like you were going to a prom or something. Now the Triple H just took over. Everybody can kind of be, more themselves. Triple H wears a suit. He's in a position of power, though. 200 superstars. 3 different versions of 2K24 is out.
too, and they're going
Really?
out. So, without further
Who's
ado,
that?
we present to you the Ninja Kids.
I don't even know who that is. Ninja Kids jumping all over into the ring. They're jumping in the ring, all these kids. Well, I didn't even know who they are. Never seen this before in my life. All right, there you go. All right, you can see the full thing. They got the set reveal. It's looking good on the WQEE page. So no Ninja Kids thing. I don't really know who that is. They're blowing up the XL is up there. It's gigantic. It's in green. It looks like Triple H's old thing. So 21 million subscribers for people jumping around like Ninja Kids. Really? Well, at least it's on YouTube where they can control the predators from being on here. They can control people from being stupid from being on here, but they can control predators from being on here. Unlike in some of the other social media like TikTok. I don't. All these people go to Rumble and you can watch everything for free. I love getting some of these videos on YouTube and they talk about going to Rumble. I'm like, look, your videos are kind of out there. So it's not freedom of speech, buddy. It's disgusting. I don't want to see something disgusting. All right, WrestleMania 40 preview marathon on the WWE YouTube page. You can check that out. They're live right now, playing some of the best rivals they are. I want to get into it a little bit this morning. It is WrestleMania weekend. Our poll question this morning is, what part of WrestleMania weekend are you most excited about? WWE Hall of Fame, 50% of you are ready for that tonight. WrestleMania Night 1, 6%. WrestleMania Night 2, 6%. And surprise debuts or returns, 38%. I'm into surprise debuts and returns because everything else is just kind of, They're going to put on a good show because they got the money too and they spend it and it's big time. So there you go. April 6th, April 7th, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of Extreme Championship Wrestling. WWE Hall of Fame is going to follow WWE Smackdown tonight. Smackdown is going to be on Fox on 8 to 10 p.m. Lead-in shows, tag team matches, whatever, things going on. They're going to have some stuff. Check it out tonight. Hall of Fame is going to start off with Paul Heyman. So he don't seem to like him all that much. He is ECW, WWE manager, former of Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Big Show, Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rick Rude, Arn Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, the Dangerous Alliance, he had him. He also was recently with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline as their manager. He's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame tonight. He'll be the main event one. He'll be at the last one. Bull Nakata is going to be inducted. And, of course, he's going to be inducted by Roman Reigns. Bull Nakata, professional Japanese wrestler, she is going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame by Medusa. My buddy, his wife, Medusa, the captain. He knows. Also tonight, Leah Maivia, first female promoter in wrestling. Rocky Maivia, The Rock, his grandmother. He's going to induct her tonight. Also, Celebrity Wing has got Muhammad Ali. He's going to be inducted in by Lonnie Ali. And we don't know who's inducting Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, the U.S. Express. They're going in. Barry Windham's already went in as a member of the Four Horsemen. So now he's going in with his U.S. Express with Mike Rotunda. Will Mike Rotunda go in eventually as IRS or with Ted DiBiase as Money Incorporated? Will they go? Some of these guys get 2 or 3 rings. I mean, Ric Flair went in with the Horsemen and by himself. Shawn Michaels went in with DX and by himself. Kevin Nash went in by himself and the NWO. Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall went in by himself as Razor Ramon and went in with the NWO. Hulk Hogan by himself in with the NWO. X-Pac went in with the NWO and the DX, but he hasn't went in solo yet. The 1, 2, 3 Kid. So anyway, we'll probably see a few more of these people. And they haven't announced the Warrior Award this year. Once they're dropping that or anything, they've been giving the Warrior Award out to somebody doing something outstanding in their community. So it wasn't a wrestler. Sometimes it was a wrestler. Last year was Titus O'Neil. Ooh, 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 worldwide. All right. WWE WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. 20 minutes past the hour. Holding at 43 degrees now in the beautiful sunny skies. Time and temperature brought to you by Southern States Bank. Southern States Bank, East Alabama, West Georgia. Banking made easy, personal and business banking. All right, let's jump into it. Night 1. And we're going to preview some of this stuff. We're not going to go through every single match and everything because not every single match is going to be interested to everybody, but somebody's going to like them. WWE Women's titles on the line. Rhea Ripley of the Judgment Day will defend against the man Becky Lynch. This one is a main event in itself, and it's kicking off Night 1 for the Women's Championship. They've been going back and forth. Rhea says some things about Becky's daughter and how much she's going to call me mommy. They're just setting it up even more. Man, this is going to be one heck of a match. My prediction, Becky wins the championship. If she don't, Rhea continues to move forward as they're trying to turn Judgment Day face. But I think she will lose the title. I think they will all lose titles. But Rhea may hold on to it. It's hard. WWE IC title match. Gunther defends against Sami Zayn. Gunther's longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. The Ring General. I really don't see him losing this match to Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn won last year big time in a tag team match with Kevin Owens. Maybe, just maybe, he can win the IC title. This one's unpredictable. Will Sami Zayn be the one to knock Gunther off his throne, or will Gunther continue to dominate? And if so, if he knocks him off, will Gunther be the number one contender for the next World Heavyweight Championship? That could be. Sami could take it, and Gunther could move on to take it either on Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins, whoever's world champion. And I kind of see him moving on to a world title and them transitioning title over to Sami Zayn. Could happen. 6-pack tag team title champion for the undisputed WWE tag team belts. Both sets of titles will be set at the top. It's going to be a ladder match at the top. They got to pull them off. That means we could have 2 sets of tag team champions again. That means Judgment Day could go in there and win one set of the titles, but somebody else can win another set, or 2 new teams can win. Judgment Day's Finn Balor or Damian Priest defend against DIY's Johnny and Ciampa against also the awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth. A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory from Atlanta, Georgia, tagging up with Grayson Waller from Down Under. And finally, the New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Taylor Bate. I don't see the younger guys getting the tag team belts. I can see maybe DIY getting the Raw tag team belts or Judgment Day getting the Raw tag team belts. And then the Awesome Truth possibly getting SmackDown or whatever and moving over to SmackDown. I know that we already got some SmackDown guys. So maybe Austin Theory and Grayson Waller get the SmackDown belts and they start defending them on the and it would go great with their attitudes and egos. So this match, I can't predict at all. So sorry about that. I hope Judgment Day walks out with one set of the titles and somebody else walks out with the other set, continuing to move forward. That's night 1. Continues. Let's see. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, that's going to be a match. I think Jimmy's going to beat Jey in brother versus brother. We've had brother versus brother matches in the past. Owen Hart and Bret the Hitman Hart. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. Now it's twins, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. probably going to put on the best clinic of the night tomorrow night. No titles on the line, just bloodline. Also, 6-way tag team match. We'll have Blanca Belair teaming up with Naomi, and the first time she debuted in the ring was at Royal Rumble. Her next match is not on television yet, even though she's signed to SmackDown. Jade Cargill is her next match. His second match with the WWE is on a big pay-per-view, night 1 of WrestleMania. She tags up with the 3 women to take on Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane of Damage Control. LWO members Rey Mysterio and Drew Dragon Lee will take on Santina Escobar, and Dominic Mysterio, who I think is going to end up joining up with Escobar's group eventually. Tag team match. Bloodline rules wins. Tag team match. If night 1, Cody Rhodes tags up with Seth freaking Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, to take on The Rock and Roman Reigns. And if the Bloodline wins, well, it's Bloodline rules night 2, so Cody will have to fight everybody. If Cody and Seth wins, it's a one-on-one match. That's the main event for night 1. If you ask me, I think Seth Rollins might turn on Cody. This might lead to him and his wife are coming to an end of their contract, so maybe Rhea will keep her title. But I think Jack earlier in the night against Becky Lynch, so Rhea might keep the title. But I think Seth might turn on Cody and leave him. Or if that don't happen, as the Bloodline is coming out to try to cheat to win the tag team match, the debut of the man himself, that's right, Maxwell Jacob Freeman MJF, who is no longer with AEW. There's words and rumors on the streets that MJF could be heading to the WWE. If he is, he's good friends with Cody Rhodes. And also, recently, MJF's ex-wife made up a painting of Rock beating up Cody Rhodes. The Rock responded saying he wanted to buy that from her. And MJF's like, hey, leave me alone and my friends and ex-family alone. MJF responded to The Rock. Could he show up and help out Cody Rhodes? There's a lot of ways this tag team match can turn out on night 1. That's what's going to be night 2. Could MJF not show up too on night 2 and help Cody Rhodes? We'll have to wait and see. So my prediction is MJF will show up there, but what capacity? Is he helping Cody? Is he going to mess Cody up? Is he going to go after The Rock? Is he going to go? Who's he going to go after? Will he show up on Monday Night Raw going, I'm here, I'm the people's, scumbag here. So there you go. You're the people's champion, but I'm the people's scumbag. So there you go. Night 2, we'll start off with WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defending against Drew McIntyre. On commentary, we'll be CM Punk. Drew could take this one, become the world champion, leaving Seth moving on to another feud with Cody and everything, and being part of that and everything. We'll have to wait and see. Or he could defeat Drew and have a match with Cody, and Cody like, I want your world championship now. You cost me. So we'll see. WWE Women's title on the line the next night. Iota Sky defends of Damage Control against Bayley. Bayley's first singles match ever. I think Bayley will probably win this one. We'll see. Triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship. Since Logan Paul don't show up all that often, will they put the title on somebody's there all the time? He defends the title against Randy Orton and KO Kevin Owens. 3-way match. I got a feeling somebody's going to be U.S. champion, maybe a new U.S. champion, and it could be Randy Orton. Some of you are picking Kevin Owens. 6-man Philadelphia Street Fight Night 2, The Pride, Bobby Lashley, Dawkins, and Ford of the Street Profits, along with B-Fab, will take on the Final Testament. Karrion Kross, my buddy Karrion Kross, I know him personally from out of Vegas with AOP with Scarlett, his wife, and Paul Ellery. That's just going to be a good match. No predictions there. Maybe the Final Testament defeat him in a cheat. And the WWE Undisputed World Championship as Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman, the newly Hall of Famer, will defend against Cody Rhodes. We'll find out night 2. Do I feel the ground shaking? No, I didn't feel it shaking where I'm at. If it is, it's coming to an end. Earthquake's no longer alive, so he can't do that. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, a little bit more of wrestling preview for WrestleMania weekend. That's right. It's WrestleMania weekend. And you guys, they say John Cena's supposed to show up, but he won't be getting involved in a wrestling match. And we're supposed to hear from Stone Cold Steve Austin this weekend. Will Stone Cold get involved in the main event too? Will he be involved in the main event on night 1? We have to wait and see. I was like, what? What do you mean, Ryan? He's going to be involved in night 1. Just wait and see. John Cena and Stone Cold have been confirmed. I feel it hit the ground and floor hard. Oh, whoa. Are you all right, Pete? Stone Cold Steve Austin is supposed to show up as well as John Cena, but they won't be wrestling. What are you looking forward to most this WrestleMania weekend excited about? The Hall of Fame tonight? 50% of you are saying that. WrestleMania night 1, 6%. WrestleMania night 2, 6%. And super surprise debuts and returns, 38%. We'll see. I'm in a surprise debut and returns. Hope you're all right, Pete. Please don't be hurt, brother. Back in a moment. You let John Cena clothesline you.
Offers the best services and prices to protect your home, offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus specific services like bedbug, vermin roach, and flea control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control wants to be the first line of defense. Active Pest Control, repair, find, best termite coverage around. Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street, Union, 770-954-9941.
Top guys out. Good, I'm glad you're okay.
She works with multiple companies, ensuring the best option just for you. Don't miss out on the chance to make the right choice for your financial future. 706-525-5931. Victor Charmaine Preston, CP Financial, your top local sales agent.
Want to give back to your community in a meaningful way? Cares for Kids is a Keller Williams Realty founded charity in which 100% of money raised goes directly to children in need in our area. Cares for Kids helps fund local organizations like Angel's House, Howie and
I'm glad you're okay, brother.
Help Cares for Kids reach
I thought you were talking about it was an earthquake.
Like,
wow.
634-9770 today to learn more on how to be involved, or text K for K Noonan to 44321 to donate.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of the Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hi, this is Mark Soriano, asking you to tune in to Let Go and Let God every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE. We help those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts through discussion, inspiration, inspirational stories and contemporary Christian music.
What?
Tune into Let Go and Let God, Sunday mornings at 9.
Dang, Pete. You got to watch yourself, brother.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the 45's Affair radio show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Noonan.
We are only a few days away from an epic two-night event. This weekend is WrestleMania 40.
It's a big deal. Cody Rhodes takes on Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship title. It's a rematch from WrestleMania 39, where Roman narrowly defeated Cody.
But that's not all. On night one, Cody will team up with Seth Rollins to face Reigns and The Rock.
Cue the music. Cue the music. Who better to talk about it than the American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes?
All right, he got his own music on the Today Show.
Crank up the music.
Sorry, sir. Nice to see you.
I love it.
This is what I'm talking about. Nice meeting you. All right. Let's go back. Yeah, I have no idea how much that phone costs.
How much fun is that to come into an entrance with that music and people cheering and screaming?
I feel like the luckiest man on earth every time my music plays, because there's a beat in it where it says whoa, they all go whoa, and even if on your worst day, it just puts you through the roof. So yeah,
You've always been one of my favorite modern wrestlers because I grew up going to the Township Auditorium in Columbia, South Carolina to watch your father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and some epic battles with the Nature Boy.
That's awesome.
So it's good that you're following his footsteps. WrestleMania 40 taking place this Saturday. How do we feel going into it?
I feel outstanding.
Wow, they got who Dusty Rhodes was.
That's the trick.
A news guy. He's supposed to know that, right?
We put ourselves in a situation where we're wrestling both nights. Roman Reigns being the match I'm looking forward to the most. It's been a year. I did not win in WrestleMania 39, looking to avenge that loss. But also The Rock returning to wrestling for this tag match on Saturday. It's been 12 years, but he looks the same. Saturday we'll have a direct bearing on Sunday. So I said outstanding. Now I'm starting to seem like a good.
Let's talk about The Rock for a second, because I feel like he's going in hard with the smack talk, bringing your mom into the whole thing. So let's take a listen. Just listen.
So Mama Rose, let The Rock break it down for you and how WrestleMania is going to go. Your son Cody took something from me, and I'm going to make him pay. I'm going to make your family pay, and I'm going to make you pay.
Need to retire, bro. This is too young.
Why is he going after your mom?
It's gotten somewhere when you're bringing the moms.
This is the first thing you do in a fight. You say, no mothers.
My mom told me she was going to bring her bear spray.
Oh!
I had to let her know you can't bring that into the store. And part of wrestling, she married my dad when he was at the height of his fame with the industry. She's seen all this.
She's so used to it.
She's seen it, and I don't think Rock knows this. And I ain't gonna be the one to tell him. My mom's usually asleep when the show. So she's coming in. She's coming into WrestleMania week, Philadelphia, probably just everyone wondering what she's gonna do. And she's the best. She's seen it all. She's perfect. She'll be there in the front row.
Yeah.
Rock ain't getting nowhere near her. If I could say anything about The Rock's mom, lovely lady.
Look at that.
Very classy. Very
So do you have any pre-match traditions you do before getting into the ring?
I do. I bite down on a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, is that one of the sponsors?
So no, just I make always.
What is it about a Reese's that you love? What is it?
So I was told that it makes the veins come out.
Uh-oh. Cody's eating Reese's peanut butter cups.
Actually does. But it tastes good. And what happens to, and I'm going to get into this big cup right here.
Yeah.
What happens is it just gets on your teeth, and then you're more mad about that. But I'm going to get into this.
What are you going to do differently this time around going up against Mr. Reigns?
Well, Saturday's match with The Rock, Seth Rollins, my partner, it's bearing on if we win Saturday, it's a fair fight with Roman and I Sunday, which we didn't have last year. He's got 85 family members all around the ring. I had nobody. That's what we're looking to do. But I feel I am more prepared for Roman than ever. I've had a year full-time on the road, got all my reps in. Okay. And Roman has been and this is not a knock on him, I don't begrudge it, he's been a part-time champion.
Oh!
So I think he's going to have part-time lungs, part-time legs.
Part-time lungs. So kind with your insist.
Tell him you guys gave me this beer work. It was a good morning.
Thank you.
By the way, WWE's WrestleMania 30 is this Saturday and Sunday, 7 o'clock, and streaming only on Peacock. Of course, this will be on the company, ABC Universe.
So fun. And what names are on
Sugar like a month, so this is, I can feel it in my foot.
He said, I ain't had no sugar in a month. Oh, Lord. He's eating his Reese's peanut butter cup. He said, I ain't had a sugar in a month. So there you go. All right. Let's see. Cody eats Reese's peanut butter cup. So, some of these guys, the workout and stuff, they get some sweets sometimes. All right. Anyway, 20 minutes away from the top of the hour. That was Cody Rhodes on the Today Show yesterday morning promoting this weekend's event with Rock, Roman, everybody. He's tall. He says, I can say she's a lovely lady and this, that, and the other. Wow. Man, the things. We're waiting for this weekend. It's going to be a big weekend for those of you that like it. You're going to be like, I don't want to watch it. Well, I do want to watch it. And I have some other previews I would play, but they're not ready for radio because it seems like The Rock don't know how to class himself up a little bit. He's trying to go back old school and drop bombs that he can't say on the air, that he can't say in events. So just trying to make himself even worse. So it looks like everybody's getting ready for it. WrestleMania is bigger than the Super Bowl and the Olympics, according to some members of the wrestling world. The Rock had a Q&A. Everybody was talking about this weekend. So I'm kind of excited. I think MJF is going to show up. The People's Scumbag is going to show up this weekend. When and where, I don't know exactly. But he will be here. I think he's going to help Cody out somehow. Cody's got a backup plan. He's not going to let Roman's entire family come out and jump him. He's going to have a backup plan. He's going to have a backup plan. So there you go. All right, we're going to take a break, come back. A little bit more of the RyanORadio Penitentiary on this TGIF Friday. The Rock and Roman Reigns were on the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon the other night, and more. Back in a moment. Good morning. Good morning. Hello? All these con people. We only got 200 people to call because no call centers are no more call center jobs are real.
Today to discuss your real estate needs. You don't have to do this alone.
Family fun is back in Renee. Primetime Carnival. Enjoy the vacation presents the Renee Spring Carnival. April 2nd through the 7th. Rides, fun, food, games, more. Open nightly 6 p.m. 2 p.m. for weekends. Renee Spring Carnival. Highway 29. Old Neal Parking Lot in Renee, Alabama. April 2nd through the 7th. Family fun for you and me. Be there.
I heard you recently discovered a new COVID variant. A new COVID variant, the remember Omicron? This is called another con.
It's Saturday Night Live, April 20th at the Coastal Grill, formerly House in Roswell, featuring comedian Jim Gossett from the Rob Carson National Radio Show. It's a black girl night
I think Ric Flair came back to this event this year.
That's Saturday, April 20th, 8 p.m. at the Coastal Gremlin Roswell. For tickets or more information, visit newsmakerline.com or call 678-829-SHOW. That's 678-829-SHOW.
I'm Arnold here from Coward Force. Coward Force is New England's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowardforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan.
Weekly music to the lyrics speak to you on a deeper level. I'm Bruce Thornton. Join me and Donna Wood every Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key. For our show, Lyrical Wisdom. Every week we will dive into the lyrics of songs and uncover the messages that we have and inspire you. Email us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
The Miz, the Miz, the Miz. There's music in the background. The Miz is going to be on tomorrow night. The Awesome Truth in that fatal five-way tag team match to possibly determine not one but two sets of tag team champions. Yeah, they could split the tag team belts back up like they need to have them on separate shows. Because you got two world champions. Why not have two sets of tag team champions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you being with us and everything. We're hoping Pete's doing all right and everything. One more time in just a few moments, we're going to get our final few moments of our poll question today, which has to do with what part of WrestleMania weekend are you most excited about? WWE Hall of Fame, WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, our surprise debuts and returns. And I believe the people's scumbag MJF is going to show up. I just got to feel it. All right. Paul Heyman was the first to be inducted in this year's Hall of Fame. We're going to play that from Raw back in April 3rd, 2024. He brought Taz's name up. It's going to be Paul Heyman. Let's hear it. Paul Heyman worked with Taz and Michael Cole. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to happen the night before, which is tonight. Can you believe it? Tonight is the night. Hall of Fame. All right, one more time before we get ready to get out of here in a few minutes. Got a few more minutes left with you. Our poll question today is, which part of the WrestleMania weekend are you most excited about? WWE Hall of Fame, 50% of you are excited about that. 38% for surprise debuts and returns. 6% of WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, both of those getting 6% of the votes. All right, ladies and germs and boys and girls and children of all ages, Ryan Neal is proud to present to you. That was our WrestleMania weekend. We're going to tell you to stay with us. We've got a lot more in store, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up on Monday, I'll be back. We're going to talk about it, the solar eclipse a little bit. We'll have Inside the Coach's Corner with Coach Tommy Lewis, UFL football from over the weekend. We'll talk with him about his thoughts on that. And I'll have a WrestleMania weekend review Monday. So my Monday show is already planned. Coming on Tuesday, though, we're going to hopefully Richard Holdridge will join us again in period number 2. As he's going to join us, our sports analyst. We'll talk more football, UFL, March Madness, or not the weekend for the Final Four. Is the Final Four this weekend. You got the Final Four coming up this weekend. That's also coming up this weekend. Men and women's Final Four. The men's this weekend. We'll talk about the Final Four on Tuesday with us. Hopefully, I'll be telling you Alabama for you Alabama fans out there beating UConn. We'll see. Also, we'll get more hockey news as the River Dragons and much more on Tuesday. Shane B and I will talk top 10 movies and prepare for a Civil War on Friday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have Sally Toole join us. We're going to travel the state on a weird Wednesday with her, travel expert, tour guide from The Walking Dead, and author and storyteller Sally Toole from Histories and Mysteries will join us for our Histories and Mysteries Wednesday, this coming up Wednesday this month. And on Thursday, we'll have Elizabeth Sorrells, author of the Birthday Bash, a book about her brother's unsolved homicide. She and I are going to dive into another unsolved homicide in small town USA. See you Monday, if not before. There you go, Pete. Also, we'll have two guests on Friday. In the second period, comedian Jim Gossett will join us. He's got a big event coming up April 20th. We'll have him do some comedy. He'll talk about what's coming up and how you can get tickets to his Saturday Night Live comedy show with Jim Gossett. He joins us next Friday. And in the third period next Friday, we will have our friend who's also got her own show on Mondays now. Holly Reese from Warrior Defenders will join us next Friday. So you hear her twice next week. So there you go. So we got a full week next week. Man, I am busy next week with guests. And of course, enjoy your weekend. This weekend, whatever sports you want to watch this weekend, whether it's Final Four, whether it's hockey, NHL hockey, River Dragons, you're going that, whether you're going to see some Major League Baseball, the Braves in action tonight, back home with the Arizona Diamondbacks. 3-game series this weekend for the Atlanta Braves and everything. Why are you agreeing? Why y'all going to like my WrestleMania stuff or else? I'm just kidding. You don't like my WrestleMania stuff? I'm going to see my cousin. His cousin's in Minnesota today for the weekend. All right. Great show today. Take care, Pete. Bye, Cher. You know why she's saying it like that? Bye, Cher, because I like Drew McIntyre and you don't? Whatever. That's what Gail's saying to you, Cher. I'm just kidding. Sweet Lee's like, that sounds about right. Sue says, oh, girls, don't say that. Don't do that. Tim says, oh, yeah, girl, fight. Whatever you're watching, Final Four UFL this weekend. That's Final Four NCAA basketball, UFL football, Major League Baseball, NHL hockey, NBA basketball, WrestleMania, whatever you're watching or visiting family and friends, barbecuing out this weekend, whatever you're doing. It's the springtime, whatever, we get some cold, some rain, some whatever. Should be warmed up a little bit later this weekend. Whatever you're doing this weekend, try to do the best you can. So there you go. Wow. Can you believe it? The show is already over. It's already over. You guys are going, thank God it's over. Now I don't have to keep supporting him till Monday. Go Braves. The Braves got the Arizona Diamondbacks in a 3-game series this weekend. They're going to be at Truist Park in Atlanta. So there's a lot of sports there. And forget all the clickbait set up for the weekend. Enjoy your friends and family time and everything. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and just get out of here. We got coming up for you at the top of the hour, House of Light presents Full Hour 1. God's Garden Girl First Friday is coming up, and followed at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. It is another episode of Lyrical Wisdom with Donna and Bruce. And then at 11 a.m., Focus on the Family. And then at 11:30, it's another brand new episode of Hope, Healing, and Inspiration with Trista Mobile Chaplain and Railroad Music coming up for you. They got a big weekend tomorrow weekend, raising some funds in Chattanooga. So they'll be talking about that. Plus, at noon today, it's Football Friday. Beginning kicking off XFL, or it's just a UFL, CFL, NFL, and even a little hockey action. Rod Peterson talks about it today from 12 to 2 with the Football Friday show with the one, the only Rod Peterson show. 2 to 3 would be Richard Oldridge bringing you the Sports Beat Football Friday. March Madness concluding this weekend with the Final Four and more. Also a little high school baseball action he's going to talk to you about. And Braves Country Radio is all baseball all the time. They got a little football news for you in the midst, and Final Four news in the midst of bringing you some baseball games as well from 3 to 5 p.m. It is Braves Country Radio with Matt McGee and those armchair quarterbacks. The Rick Smith show takes over at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, and we are back here tomorrow night. Great programming beginning at 7 o'clock with everything old is new, and we'll follow it up with Hollywood 360, old radio shows, trivia, and more. Join us this weekend, Sunday morning, with our Sunday sunrise services and program. We'll be back here Monday until we meet again. Peace, love, respect. I am out of here. I got everything done. Yeah. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Monday, we'll be back with more RyanORadio Penitentiary. And you guys, try to be good to one another. Stop following the clickbaiters and the fake conspiracy theorists and the people on the fringe of society, because they're not all there, guys. Nothing they say ever came true. Back in a moment. Well, back on Monday. You have a great weekend. Be good to one another. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have a great weekend. See you later.